to collect fingerprint or DNA evidence from such a crime scene again. So that would have been the process that I would have followed.
Thank you.
Did you ever get to know, General, what exactly they meant by the scene becoming busy? What was the detail in that regard?
To that explanation by the officers involved there. But it's clear that we need to manage a crime scene where it is. If there's a cash in transit heist in the CBD of Tshwane, I cannot shift that crime scene because it's becoming congested with perhaps onlookers. As a police officer, it's first and foremost my responsibility to ensure that the scene is cordoned off and to prevent access of bystanders and other individuals coming to that scene. In any event, a depot is a controlled environment. It's not as if it's in the streets. It's a controlled environment. So even if it got busy with perhaps employees arriving or trucks arriving to collect containers, it's not supposed to impede with the activities that's supposed to be conducted at that crime scene.
You describe the crime scene in the way you describe it as the container itself. You would have closed up the container and the work inside. But the explanation that seems to have been given, that has been given here, suggests even outside of the container itself. So perhaps if you would just, for our understanding, give a description of what would be the perimeter of, in this kind of case. You're at the harbor, at a depot. There are other containers. There's this particular container. What is the perimeter of what you describe as a crime scene? And depending on the perimeter, is it open or at risk of people coming in and out if they are not part of the operation itself that has cordoned off the area?
Commissioners, obviously it will depend from scene to scene, what's the layout. But initially the scene is confined to the container. That per se implicates that you have the scene under control and you can decide where to set the perimeter